El lado oscuro de la fuerza es el camino a muchas capacidades que muchos consideran algo antinaturales.
¿Y es posible adquirir ese poder?
Nunca lo obtendrás de un Jedi.
Para exclusiva de Canal 13 estamos en el rancho Skywalker, propiedad de George Lucas, a 40 minutos más o menos del norte de San Francisco, el estado de California. Desde acá se hizo episodio 3, La venganza de los Sith, durante 18 meses de postproducción. A continuación vamos a ver las entrevistas que hicimos con George Lucas y todo el equipo sobre esta película, una de las mejores películas del año, se los aseguro.
So now how you feel that you're finished with this trilogy?
Great, absolutely fantastic. I feel, it hasn't really hit me because I'm so excited about seeing how fans are gonna be and how they're gonna like it, especially the older ones who've been disappointed with episode 1 and 2. So I'm really excited about to see whether they fall for it like I think they will. But then it's kind of nice to know that we don't start on another one immediately. We have the summer to take off. We just get to travel around the world and watch everybody, watch all the audiences, and that's going to be fun.
So what do you think the audience would be a little bit disappointed with the last 2 installments?
I think if you're a young kid, there's nothing, because you don't get to $1 billion unless people love it, and lots of people love it. But there was a much younger audience, a group of kids that had never seen Star Wars in a theater before. They were all 8, 9, 10 years old, and older audiences who were the same age when they first saw it are now more mature. They wanted to see what's happening with Anakin. Well, I want to see him. I want to see him get angry. I want to see him in that suit. I want him to see him do the destruction, and that's what this one does. And it also ties up all the other things of what makes the story so meaningful to so many people. And I think had we made episode 3 and this was episode 1, the hardcore fans would be great, but then we wouldn't have probably had a younger audience.
El Consejo quiere que le informe sobre las actividades del canciller.
¿Eso es traición?
Estamos en guerra, Anakin. Es muy peligroso ponerlos juntos. No creo que el muchacho pueda. No confío en él.
Necesito que me ayudes.
In terms of the interpretation of this character, how do you compose 2 characters that are essentially one?
Yeah. Well, it's 2 sides of the same one, isn't it, really? And they finally come together explosively in this film that we've just completed. It's been one person all along, pretending to be another person. And the interesting thing about it, that Palpatine, the Chancellor, Senator, is a politician, supposedly, but underneath is this sort of monster. So my face, which is Palpatine's face with a little bit of extra makeup and hair and so on, is the character I'm playing's mask. And when I put on the face, I'm the actor, I actually become the character with the other eyes, and that's very interesting. And it's been great to play, but it's a great relief to break out of the mask at last, which you've seen the movie. He does very spectacularly about halfway through.
In terms of the acting, what can you say about the differences between Palpatine and Sidious? The gestures, the voice?
Yes, well, Sidious is in the cloak, and that voice that most people have spotted is the one that was created in Return of the Jedi, which first came to me when I saw the face, actually. And I thought, well, he can't sound like me. I've got to find a voice to match the face, and that's how that happened. So when I'm Sidious, the voice goes down a bit, and when I'm Palpatine, it's closer to my own. And in this film, it goes down suddenly as the face emerges. So I always like using that voice. So I don't know, I feel comfortable down there.
wanted to save Padme, but later they tried to kill her.
I know.
So what is the thing you really want? Or what Anakin wants?
Clarity, you know. Anakin is very confused throughout this entire film. Doesn't know who to trust. Doesn't really know which side is right. And that sort of confusion is what lends, itself to Anakin going down a very dark path.
So, what do you think about the psychology of Anakin? Do you think that it's right into fantasy, or it's just taken from real life, for example?
I mean, I think it's definitely rooted in real life. I think it's sort of one of the brilliant things that George has managed to do with these films is to make them accessible to audiences and that you can really relate. What propels Anakin to the dark side is it stems from a relatively honest place, wanting to save his loved ones, which people can relate to. But obviously he does it in a fashion that is not okay. He seeks ultimate power, and no one should have ultimate power.
So how was the outfit for Darth Vader? Because it's very different from the original trilogy.
There were certain adjustments made, but it was so much fun to get to put on the costume and don the dark helm. An experience that will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Todos los Jedi son enemigos de la República.
Oh, that's easy.
Sebastian, anytime you're ready.
Okay, go. Okay, done. Out.
Thank you. Okay, apart from being Anakin's journey, this movie is about this new trilogy. Is about the dictatorship taking over democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Were you always interested in political philosophy?
Well, I've always been interested in history. I've been a big history buff. I started out as an anthropology major in college, and I became interested in how democracies are actually turned over to dictators and given to them. Mm-hmm. It's like Caesar, Napoleon, Hitler. I mean, how that actually happens. And so that was something I became fascinated with a long time ago, and was able to put in as the basis of this movie.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because you have Palpatine's rise to power and Anakin's descent into hell.
Right. And they are the same thing, because they're connected in that Palpatine is the lead Sith. He's basically the devil, and as the devil takes over, he's corrupted our hero and brought him in as his right hand, so the avenging angel. And it's told in a way that the democracy is given over by the Senate to the devil, and then at the same time the hero becomes the right hand of the devil and still thinks he's doing the right thing. And he's still doing a good thing, even though deep down in his heart there's still a tear, still knows that wiping out a bunch of kids is not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
¡Tú eras el elegido!
Anakin chooses to be evil. He's not a.
He chooses to be evil, and he sort of deludes himself into believing that he's doing the right thing. He says, I'm doing this for the Republic, I'm doing it for the Senate, and I'm doing it for you, my wife. But he's really not. He's doing it for himself. He's doing it for himself so that he won't lose the thing that he fears to lose the most, which is his wife. So he's trying to get powers that are beyond natural.
But later he tries to kill her.
He gets mad at her because he thinks he betrays her. But that's also a result of gaining power. All those who gain power are afraid to lose it. And so what he fears more than anything else is losing her, even if it's her choice. I mean, he misunderstands, but by that time, he pretty much has lost her because he's become a monster, and she doesn't want to be with a monster. But then he thinks that she's betrayed him, and there's a lot. It's pretty complex. At that point, but basically he gets really angry and starts to choke her because he feels that she's made a pact with Obi-Wan.
In the original trilogy, Joseph Campbell was an inspiration for the hero's journey. Now it's the anti-hero journey. So what was your inspiration for this?
Well, this is much more of a Faustian journey. I mean, it's still the same. I mean, mythological motifs. I mean, this is still in that realm. It's the leader who wants to have all the power, and he'll do anything to get it, and even make a pact with the devil to bring somebody back from the river Styx back to life and that sort of thing. So, or a wannabe god, who wants the power of the gods, and then it turns around and bites him.
Esto fue todo. Gracias a ustedes por acompañarnos en esta maratón de Star Wars. Los espero el 19 de mayo. Y ha sido todo en el Skywalker Ranch en San Francisco, California. Los dejo acá con el X-Wing.